Yeah, he has like classes now, so he has to like actually like get off, and well, he actually has to like go to sleep at fair times and stuff. I didn't get to say goodnight to Carrie before she went to bed. She went to bed upset. Cause some beef with Ellie and Jeremy.
Why? Because they didn't hang out with us today?
No,
Or is like that back?
today, like Ellie was getting her nails done, right? I'm just gonna
Yeah.
say this because nobody watches the stream anyway. But Ellie Ellie was getting her nails done and she got a new dog, and apparently she still complained to Jeremy that that she was all alone all today. And I didn't even think about it today. Otherwise I would have like actually invited her, because I really it just skipped my mind. And then apparently Jeremy was like, "You guys say that everything is fixed, but it's not fixed. Look, she's still getting excluded." And it's like I mean, if we're all honest with ourselves, the only reason why we hang out with Nick is because it's kind of like an icebreaker so that he can hang out with Jenny.
Yeah.
Otherwise he wouldn't be inviting us over.
That's true. Also, it's like some place to go. So like, we go to his house because like he just has a house to go to.
No, but I mean, like, we wouldn't be like physically with him. He wouldn't want to hang out with us unless it was like
Oh, that's
Jenny.
true.
Like, so like, I mean, I don't know if that's really a good excuse or not, but like,
We also kind of had a full party too. Like we had like a good amount of people there. And like we didn't think about like I think it was brought up. She was brought up once, but like we thought that she was with her dog all day or whatever, like her new dog or whatever.
yeah, I mean, I just think like, I think they make it such a big deal over all this stuff. It's like,
Yeah, honest.
because they get upset together now. They don't get upset alone. They both have to be upset for
But doesn't Jamie still
these
have beef with
things.
you? I'm confused. Or you guys did you guys hash that out?
Dude, I don't even know. I texted him trying to make reason with this, and he hasn't responded, and he's acknowledged that he hasn't responded, but
Oh,
it's
so like
kind of that.
he got mad at Carrie and not you.
Yeah, he got mad at Carrie. He was texting Carrie about it.
That's bullshit. Like that's bullshit.
Honestly, I don't even know any. Oh wait, Can we play Search and Destroy? I don't even know if anybody's gonna be on Search and Destroy. But... Oh yes.
Yeah, like they could have had Ellie there. Like they were hanging out today.
No, because that's fine. That's fine, dude. But when we do it, when it's Carrie, her best friend, that's when it's a problem.
But he's her boyfriend. Honestly.
Dude, I mean, their relationship is a
Honestly,
very strange one.
I'm surprised.
Because like the thing is, like, Jeremy and Ellie used to fight literally all the time about such stupid crap.
They still
And now
do.
that, yeah, and I mean now they still do, but now like when they're not fighting about stupid crap, they're like, "Oh my God, we're so close, and we're such a good couple, and I love you so much," and it's like, huh?
I love that description. I'd love just, huh?
It's like you're not. Don't act like you're a good couple. Like, shut up, you stupid fucking cunt. Like, damn.
Honestly, yeah. But apparently she doesn't even treat him well. She
Honestly,
doesn't
I
even
mean,
treat him.
sometimes Ellie's a bit superficial, and then other times Jeremy's like 100% sensitive, like to the fucking
That's
touch.
true though. He is really sensitive sometimes.
You see, that's the type of paranoia shit that's like sensitivity. Like you overthink your relationship. It's so fucking crazy. Like I like to think is me and Carrie are more like best friends more than we are like.
I feel like it's the same with me and Olivia.
Like I don't like pick
Like
apart our
we're not like
relationship and be like, oh my god, she didn't hold hands with me that one time we were walking. Oh fuck. She probably doesn't like me anymore. She's probably gonna break up with me tonight. I mean, I guess maybe you kind of could have that paranoia. Maybe that paranoia is a bit justified by the fact that she fights with him every night. But I just think like it pisses me off when they try and act like they're such a good couple. And the two of them are fucking drama queens. She does, and every time she does, she's like, that's it. I don't want to fight anymore. That's it.
even like with fighting with like Carrie.
What?
Apparently they don't even talk that much. Like she doesn't talk to him at all. Like she only talks to him when it's convenient for her.
I mean, I don't know. Honestly, like I just Ellie's just such a different like person.
I don't
I've never
understand how her
dealt
and
with a
Carrie are
person
friends.
like they're friends because of guard, but the thing is like the other day Ellie was like we were hanging out. It was me, Jenny, Ellie, Carrie, and Nick. And why I didn't want like why I didn't wanna. Okay, so we were done like hanging out. Like Nick was bringing us home, and he finally stopped at our house, and I was like, okay, so we had me, um, we had all of us there, and he stops at our house, and we get out, and then Ellie's like, wait, I don't want to go home yet, and I was like, are you gonna make us hang out with you now? Is that what's happening? And then she proceeded to do that, and I was like,
Yeah, wait, what?
I actually have no idea, because, I mean, I think...
Does she live in like a different part of
Oh, no,
Branchburg?
because he was using 22. He was using 22, and he wasn't using 202.
That makes sense.
So, it would have been all the way back anyway. I don't know. But anyway, we were dropped off
like,
first, and she was like, I don't want to go home yet. And I was like, what? Like, I really don't understand. Like, and I kind of yelled at her for it. I was like, I don't know what you want me to do. Like, I'm not your fucking babysitter, you know? But, yeah, and then she just stayed with us, and I played soccer with Ryan, and her and Carrie. Her and Carrie just kind of watched. But I was like, this is really awkward right now. And Carrie was like, I don't really know why she would do that.
Oh no, do you know something weirder? So like she makes Jeremy drive her home at like 11 o'clock at night. Like, I don't like.
Quit feeling sorry for yourself. There's more work to do.
Yeah. Yeah, she was like, like my parents aren't gonna drive me home at 11:50, and they said I can only go if like I could get a ride home. So like instead of like just not going to her friend's house that night, she decides to go to her friend's house that night, and then like ask Jeremy to drive her from Somerville to Branchburg back to, and then he has to drive back to Somerville.
Wow, that's fucked up.
I'm like, really?
I don't know.
I don't
The
understand
shit that
why.
they used to fight about was really fucking irritatingly dumb.
Oh, did you like you and Carrie would have to like talk to them about it and everything like that?
Yeah, like,
Like you guys have to be like like moderators and like mediators and everything like
I
that.
mean, I was just like, I mean, they were so upset. They were so upset, and they would talk about like, like hurting themselves and like or being depressed about it and like not liking each other because they're so upset. But it's like if you're so upset, like I don't one I don't get how you can be so upset over dumb shit like she didn't post on her story for 300 days on our streak.
Oh, I remember that argument. Oh my god. Wait, who was mad at who for that? Jeremy was
Jeremy was
mad at
mad at
her for
her.
that. Oh, that's so stupid.
And then
Like
she
I
got really
don't.
upset, and I was like talking to her about it, and I mean, like in my mind, I was like, this is really just dumb. This is just dumb. I don't know why I'm speaking to somebody about this because this is just dumb.
I don't. No, like I don't like Olivia. I told Olivia like when we first started like I don't know if I'm gonna post like stuff on social media about us. Like I don't know. I don't post. I usually don't post on social media. She's like, yeah, that's fine. I don't even think I have a
Honestly,
post
it's
like
just
for
like
her birthdays or anything.
I just don't care, you know. Like I wouldn't care enough to be like to be like, oh my god, she didn't post something on social media. You know, I wouldn't be upset about that because like social media doesn't dictate a relationship.
Yeah.
We dictate a relationship.
Emily, I'm waiting. I'm waiting. I saw that happen. I'm like, yes, Emily. We were like, no, you killed my friend.
You know, and I mean, it's sad to say, but like, part of me actually kind of thinks that, like, Ellie and Jeremy are still dating because of the fact that if they broke up, there would just be kind of like a void
That's what we think
in
too.
their friendship. There would just be a void in all of these relationships of who doesn't know what to think about who, and everything would just go to shit.
Well, we said that they're not gonna break up with each other because they actually can't. Like they can't bring themselves to do it.
But I just think like if Ellie broke up with Jeremy, right? Then she's friends with now kind of all of us as well. But she's also friends with with Carrie. And Carrie's friends with Jeremy. And Jeremy and Carrie would probably still hang out when I'm at work or doing something because they're good friends. So that's just going to create a void between them. And then on top of that, um, Ellie's gonna hang out with me sometimes when I'm driving her and Carrie to do stuff, or stuff like that, or she'll be hanging out with other dudes, and like it's just gonna be creating like this big void. Nobody's gonna know what to think about anybody, and
That's
it's
why
gonna
I'm
be
glad
bad
when
because like people are gonna be friends and like not be friends, and
Emily.
it's just
That's why
like you
I'm glad
can't.
with fam. That's why I was glad like with fam, like no relationships happened like really badly, like like this. Like this is a shit show now.
It's just a spider web.
That's true. But like it was bigger. It was awkward, but like the group was bigger. So like and you had people that would go on both sides, but like we wouldn't take sides with anyone. Like if we did, we wouldn't like be blatantly obvious. That is oh yeah. Did Josh go? That's what I thought. Yeah, I didn't see Josh. I'm like, oh. I thought maybe he supposedly wasn't in the picture. It's, I'm sad. I want to see Josh.
Search and destroy. Check the objectives.
Honestly though, like, I don't know. I don't even like I was talking to Emily about this before, but like I don't really like the direction that Jeremy and Will are going in, because like
Oh,
Jeremy's getting high,
dude.
like they're getting high like every day now. Like Will did it before, and like I was kind like I knew like there's probably like there's a reason for that, but like I don't know Will that well, but like Jeremy I've known, and like I know he's doing that because he's sad. Like he's doing that to hide something. Like he's doing that to like get over something or I don't know.
I don't know. I mean, Will, I know he smokes because he's just been exposed to Julia like his whole life, and he's been like smoking.
That's true.
Well, not his whole life, but it's like his high school life has been like exposed to Julia, and Julia's been like a cool person towards him.
The bomb has been planted.
And
I forgot this game doesn't have one-shot headshots.
Jeremy, I don't know if it's more of like something to hide something. I think if you were to say
It's
that
not
it's
to hide.
that he's if that's what he's implicating to you, I would
Hide
say
isn't the right word, but like it's more like he uses it to like kind of like escape. Like I remember like Emily was like the whole thing with Robbie, and he told her like, oh yeah, if you do this, like you don't have to worry about that anymore. And I'm like,
Charges diffused. Crushed.
and I was like, that doesn't sound, because like it gave off the vibe that he does that like to like get away with like feelings that he doesn't like to just get rid of them,
I mean,
you know?
I don't know.
Operation ready point.
Like, I mean, I smoke a pack of cigarettes every once in a while to
Destroy the objective.
get away with things, you know. But
Yeah, but like that's because of stress. But like
I mean,
the
I have
fact
my
that,
own problems,
and they're,
but
they, I
the
know,
thing
but like
is,
they don't
like-
have like a psychoactive effect on like they don't have a cognitive effect on your being.
I just jumped off.
They don't have any. Nice. Like cigarettes don't have cognitive effects.
I mean, they are a depressant.
They are, but they don't. It's not the same. Are you fucking kidding me?
I don't know. I mean, I go to work with guys that are high all the time, and they are never not high. So,
That's a problem.
I mean, they kind of live high, so I wouldn't. They kind of make themselves work, I guess.
Like you can make it work. It's just not right. It's just not right. Like you should.
The objective.
Because there's a reason, like, why people do what they like, why people do stuff like that.
I mean, I don't know. The guys that I work with are brothers, and they seem pretty happy otherwise. Yeah, I
it's
think
definitely a thing, but I know that's not the case with Jeremy. Maybe that's the case with Will. I know that's oh, that's true. Matt.
it's not like it's really bad anyway.
It's not really bad. It's just I don't know. If you have problems, you know, like that's how you deal with it. You're not gonna get through life good.
I fucking died. Are you serious? Oh,
When
man.
you said I died, like when you said that, like you were still alive on my screen. You didn't peek the corner.
I
yet.
know, but I knew I was gonna die.
Oh, okay. I was about to say, I'm like, is this?
It's just
Do we
like
have that
like
much latency issues?
competitive like mindset. I know, like I'll know before I die that I've died.
Hostile AO in your AO.
Like I was outside. I scanned the hole outside. The guy had to be inside. I ran up the stairs. He wasn't upstairs. He ran downstairs, and I knew that. And I was going inside as I was turning the corner. So it was either the bomb was gonna kill me or he was gonna kill me. So, and even if I did kill him, the bomb would kill me.
That guy was just running around the China Lake.
Why not, right?
Honestly.
Dude, I mean, it's just like the. I mean, I like. It. I don't know. I mean, sometimes I feel like I've kind of failed my relationship with Jeremy because of the fact that like. You
Like,
know,
I know what
me and
happened
Jeremy have
between you
been.
two.
Me and
Like,
Jeremy have
recently.
been.
Yeah, like you guys have been like closest ever. Like
We've been friends, kind of like brothers since for a long time, and I think with that there should have been more of an unconditional like love to that, and I think maybe that's where I kind of got lost, cause like
yeah.
I was very quick to let him go, and I was very quick to let him go again as well. But at the same time, I think there's obviously been problems in our relationship. There's obviously been things like that I can't really understand why he would do, and there's obviously been places where he thinks that he's been in the right and I've been in the wrong, and there's been a whole load of stuff that's happened, and I just think that like when it comes down to it, me and him should have just sat down and really talked about things, and really talked about what's right and what's wrong, and instead of just kind of saying, oh fuck it and let's move on with our lives.
Yeah. Like with like the most recent thing, like from what he said, like you were unhappy with like the way he was like talking to Carrie or something like that, right?
See, the thing was, right, I don't like drama. I don't like drama at all. So
Yeah.
when he comes at Carrie and he like yells at her and then she tells me that she's upset. Usually I wouldn't have said anything, but that day I did say stuff, and then, like Ellie was calling her names, and Ellie was like, basically she was kind of implicating that Carrie doesn't want to date me anymore, and that she wants to date Nick. And so I said to Ellie, I was like, listen, you make fun of her all the time, you call her ugly, you make her feel so horrible about herself, and then I basically called her a whole bunch of fucking names, and I told her not to do that anymore. And then, which obviously is not the good way of going about it, but
Yeah. But you were mad.
I was mad because it happens a lot, and it's something that really gets her upset. And like, I can't do anything because I was an hour away in Ashford. You know, I couldn't do anything to comfort her or Ellie. Like, we were at Panera one day during one of the lunches at for one of their school lunches, and I'm not in the party anymore, by the way.
Oh shit. I'll back out.
And we took a picture and it was on my wallpaper, and Ellie looked at it and she was like, I think you look ugly in that picture. And genuinely, I had no idea how that would even have been said, because one, Carrie is actually cute and attractive. I really like Carrie. But two, it's just like, how could you just say that? How could that just come out of your mouth just so fluently like that? How would you feel comfortable saying that to your friend like that? And Oh.
I left the game. Paul wasn't in it. Alright, Paul, continue, sorry.
So, but like I didn't really say anything. I mean, that time I was like, why are you telling? Like, I asked her like why she was saying that. She was like because she does. And then Jeremy wasn't backing her up, and then it caused another fight, which is just a tangent of this point. But I just think like she's just a different person. She's just such a different out there person. I have no idea. I could never comprehend how that personality would ever be put into shape because she's so blunt about things. She's so blunt about saying like Carrie's ugly or Carrie's this, Carrie's that. But then whenever she receives backlash for it, it's like, oh my gosh. And then she will never take no for an answer as well.
She and she also knows that Carrie is happy with you.
Yeah, I mean honestly, it's been almost 7 months now. It's been 6.5 months, and I genuinely think I found a new best friend in Carrie. I have no problems with her. So
Yeah, like honestly, I look at you guys' relationship and like you guys like are actually like really good.
I mean, I just kind
Like
of
given
like
I don't know what happens like behind the scenes and everything, but like genuinely you guys like look good.
I think we've fought maybe once, but like whenever we fight, I always say like I love you afterwards because nothing changes, you know. If we have a
Yeah.
disagreement, that doesn't change our relationship.
I need to use the bathroom real quick. I'll be right back.
Lucy dog, you happy, happy dog, huh? You like laying with me, Lucy dog? You like laying with me? You gonna sleep with me tonight? Lucy's 4 years old. Oh. Yeah, her and Nike. Well, Nike's technically 21, but it's nice because like when Lucy came, like I think it was like a month ago, she was here, or maybe not a month ago, maybe like 2 weeks ago. But when she came into the door, like Nike and like her became like best friends, and they like follow each other around and stuff. Ooh, you're a nice, nice doggy, huh? Honestly, the worst part about it is going on the walks and having two leads because both of them will have their own minds and they will go whatever way they want to go. And then it's like you have to untangle all the time. It's just a fucking hassle. Yeah, I mean, that's what's nice about Carrie because Carrie's always usually with me, so she'll take one of the dogs.
Nuts.
Alright, let's play a game. Let's play another game. Alright, so back on this, you guys. I just want to say, like, right now, I mean, I don't want this to sound like a therapeutic session right now. And I don't want it to sound like I'm ungrateful for anything. I don't want it to sound like
You got you know like
I hate Jeremy or anything like that because obviously I don't hate Jeremy and obviously I want
no,
things
we
to go
got
back
you.
to the way things are, but
Yeah.
see the whole reason why I kind of stopped I tried to distance myself from Jeremy is because ever since kind of high school hit, right? High school hit, and when I became a freshman, Jeremy kind of went towards Mike, Emily, like you, and Kelsey,
Like art,
and
like the band,
them.
like the music group.
Yeah, and I mean, I wasn't in band, and um, and you know, Jeremy never really introduced me fully to Mike, you know, because I would have known Mike through Jeremy, yes. But we never kind of like whenever I would want to hang out with him, it would, or when, and he would be hanging out with Mike, it would always be kind of like awkward, sort of like he didn't want that to cross, I guess. I don't know. But I never really hung out with Mike, but he would always like hanging out with Mike through high school. And sometimes he would, and sometimes he wouldn't. But the times that he would, I would not be. I would ask him, and he would not want that to sort of intervene, I guess. And and there was this one day, right? It was the Pokemon Go season. It was the summer that Pokemon Go hit and was destroying, and it was crazy. I don't know if Zach, you were with that group, but
Yeah,
I
I
really,
was.
I mean, and there was with the group on one specific day, um, and I asked Jeremy because we would go out every day, right? It would be me, Jeremy, and
Yeah.
Robbie that would like they would just kind of like go out every single day. We'd devote every day, and so I texted him in the morning and I said, Jeremy, what time do you want to meet up? And he was like, I guess, I don't know yet. I don't know if I'm gonna eat breakfast or stuff like that. So it was kind of like talk like that. And I asked him again at 1 o'clock. I was like, what time do you want to go? Because obviously I wanted to go and I thought Robbie would too. And so I texted him that, and he kind of gave me like a phasey, like a very vague answer. He was like, I don't remember exactly what it was, but it
I
was
know what
like
you're
it was
talking
something
about.
weird. It was something completely weird, and right. So I went, because I didn't realize what he was saying because I think he just said IDK, like K K K K K K K K K K K K K, and I didn't
Yeah.
understand that answer too much. So I went to his house, to just go there and knock on the door and be like, hey, I'm here now. But as I was going there and as I like came out of Brookside because that's the way I went to see his house. The first moment that I saw his house, I saw him, Robbie, I think it was probably Emily, Mike, um, and Kelsey, and I think Natalie too. And they all walked out of Jeremy's house and they took a left onto Davenport. And I just felt like really left out. And I was like, I mean, I just didn't really understand why, like, because Jeremy gave me such a weird answer, and it's like, I mean, I just
He does
didn't
the same
really
thing to me.
understand
He
how.
honestly does the same thing to me. He does so annoying. Like I ask him, like on days like, so like, I would like make plans with him and everything, right? Like I'd be like, cause I remember like I'm like, oh, okay, let's hang out, and he's like, okay, just like, tell me in advance when you're gonna hang out, cause like if I don't have plans, we can like go with Ellie. I'm like, okay. I'm like, let's hang out. It was like a Saturday. I'm like, okay, let's hang out Tuesday, cause I don't have anything that day. He's like, okay. So Tuesday comes along. I'm at school. And then I'm like, I'm just texting him. I'm like, so like, what do you want to do today? And he's like, I don't know. And I'm like, okay, school ends. I'm like, yo, it's time to like, I'll just go over your house and then we could figure out what we're gonna do there. I'm like, what do you want to do? He's like, I don't know. I'm like, okay, like, what time would you want me to go over? And he's
Yeah, I
like,
mean, I just didn't
in.
understand that because it was like, I
He
was
just
like,
doesn't. He just didn't respond. Then, like after that, he just didn't respond. And I'm like, okay.
yeah,
And then
that
like
was
I
like
see
me
his
too.
story. I see his story and he's hanging out with like Ellie. I'm like, oh wow, thanks.
Yeah, I mean,
He does that a
but that
lot.
was just kind of
Honestly.
like the first thing.
Yeah, wait. Didn't you just say that when we were at Rich's? Yeah, wait, he did the same thing with Nick. Like for graduation, I remember, remember for graduation it was gonna be like just us, and then like he invited over Ellie and like Matt and Yari. I'm like, oh, I know. I'm talking about like that situation though, because like he did the same thing. He just randomly invited Ellie. I'm like, okay. I was mad too. I didn't want to say anything. Like I was also pretty mad at him for that. I was like, that's cool, I guess. I don't know. He
I
doesn't.
mean, the thing, but, oh, that was just like one thing, you know. But like, there's been a lot to build up to this, you know. I wouldn't just like say, like I would leave Jeremy over that, you know. I mean, if he did
No,
that,
but like he does that to me consistently. Like I'll always try to make plans with him, and I'll always be like with Ellie. I'd be like, "Oh, do you want to hang out?" So he's like, "I can't. I'm busy." I'm like, "Oh, okay." And I see he's with Ellie, or I see like he's with like Mike, Matt, and like Will or whatever, and like Robbie, and they're at Mike's house or whatever. I'm like, "Oh, that's great." That's cool. I didn't get invited.
yeah. I mean, and I think I don't know. I think I always conspiracize that Mike never actually liked me.
What the fuck is
It's always
Fringe
been
Nightfall?
it's always been my it's just Fringe but in the dark.
What?
Um, but I was just kind of it was just kind of my conspiracy because like Emily, I feel like you had no problem with me. Um, Natalie's kind of like a a weird person that doesn't really
She's not vocal about like who she likes.
entertain the thought of me in the group, but I always thought like Mike was just kind of like that one person that was just so heavy-handed and didn't really ever wanna.
Honestly, it's Jeremy. It's honestly well, like if Mike's involved, like Mike also like usually dictates that, but usually it's just Jeremy who's like he
I mean,
doesn't like.
but like there was also that one time I think it was like I think it was like a winter concert and it was their senior year I think, not our senior year. And
The
I went
vocal?
over to yeah, I think it was a vocal concert, and I went over to like Mike, and I was like, and I didn't go over to Mike. I like saw him walking, and I was like, oh, I was like, Mike, do you think are you gonna go to the diner afterwards? Because that was kind of like the thing, right? And then he was like, oh, I didn't realize everyone was invited to the diner, and I was like, oh, was I not supposed to say that to Mike? Because like I didn't
Oh
really
wait, they
understand.
completely revamped this map. Like they completely redid everything. No, but like it's like grassy and everything too. That's cool.
I just got fucking
Wait,
slaughtered.
There's the dude just running around with a fucking blade. I'm done. I'm gonna have to
So,
get
I
shit
mean,
on.
that's always been one of my conspiracy theories on this whole thing.
Bomb is armed.
Zach, you're gonna get destroyed right now.
Oh, you know it. You know
There
it.
could be one guy coming from behind you, by the way. Oh,
Oh no!
that's the guy that I was worried about.
Yeah, I was worried about him too. I'm like, that's why I went around the barn first. I'm like, if I keep this long distance,
That's what I was like.
I can get him.
If you go around the barn, I thought he was gonna go behind you and do it.
Yeah.
But and then, but I mean, also that same summer, Jeremy didn't come. I invited him to my birthday, and Jeremy did come to my birthday because he wanted to play Pokemon Go. So I mean, I don't know.
Wait, hold on a sec. He blew off your birthday to play Pokemon Go.
I'm dead serious. He blew off my birthday to play Pokemon Go.
That's fucked up. That's honestly.
And he invited Robbie too. I invited Robbie to my birthday, and he invited Robbie to play Pokemon Go with him, and he didn't invite me out. But it was just kind of like a weird interaction, I guess.
Feeling sorry.
Yeah, like why would we want to do that instead
I
of go
really
to a
just don't
birthday?
understand. And like, dude, I just like that's just like it's a whole other thing, you know.
That's. I would be so mad at him for that.
Switching sides.
Like I
And
would
then,
honestly like.
I mean, that happened, and then, Victoria's ex happened. Victoria Jasinski happened.
Oh, I remember that whole thing.
I dated her for about a week, and I have also, yeah, I have my theories about her and Jeremy as well, because
she was trying to get with him.
he was trying to get with her as well. There's no doubt about that in my mind. The day, maybe not the day, but I think I think maybe it was I think it was like a week or like 2 weeks after we had broken up, and Victoria Victoria never really texted me too fast. I mean, this was just something that I was paranoid about, but Victoria never really texted me like very fast, and she would kind of text him faster than she would text me, and I was kind of a little bit worried about it, but then I was like, I'm probably just being stupid. But then after I get that, we've broken up for about a month, maybe, no longer than that. And I it's against my moral habit, but since I was kind of paranoid about Jeremy and her, we had a sleepover one night at Nick's house, like Nick's actual house. And I was like, okay, since you're texting her all the time now, I want to see what you're talking about. So I go on to his phone, and I read it, and it's like Jeremy's like all over her, saying like, oh my god, you're so cute, oh my god, you're adorable,
I wonder what that sounds
and
like.
stuff.
Emily, I wonder what that sounds like.
What's
Oh my.
what are you getting at?
You want to say it? Okay, so like he kind of like has like these like weird things with like Emily whenever he's talking to her to like over compliment her when he's consoling her, but also like it's weird. I think he still has like low key feelings for her, even though he's dating Ellie. That's my theory. That's my theory. Or like he can't get over. I don't know. I was like, when you started saying that, I'm like, that sounds really familiar to what he's saying to someone else.
Dude, I remember when he asked Ellie, or not Ellie, for Emily for nudes, and we talked about that at Chimney Rock. Yeah, you said he like jokingly asked you for nudes. See, the thing is like, you might have thought it was a joke, but in his mind, this is how it's set up, right? It was very smart. It's very smart the way he did it. It was very smart. Because this is what he did, right? He goes in to girls, and you know, I would do this to random girls just to see if anything would spark, right? But I wouldn't do it to someone like you, Emily, because like that's like yeah, because obviously that's not. There's a line there. You're in the gamer group chat. No. Like, but anyway, the idea is that if he sends the laughing emoji when asking for that, if you were to say yes, or if you were to say like, oh, I wouldn't have mind, but okay, he would still get that from you, but he would still get the nudes from you. But if you said no, that's so weird, he would just be like, oh, it was just a joke anyway, you know. So he can play it both ways. I'm dead serious. I'm dead serious because I would do the same thing. I would do the same fucking thing. Yeah,
Oh yeah, no,
honestly,
he has.
oh,
Oh,
oh
he
my
has like.
gosh.
Oh my god. But he screenshots them. Like, if you're not dating someone, like if I wasn't dating someone and I got them, I wouldn't screenshot. Cause
And
like,
also, so Victoria's ex happened, and then I don't know, cause I wasn't sure since like if it would be me or if it was like Steven that he was trying to one up, cause like he had a kind of thing with Alexis Taylor
oh, I remember that. I remember that.
while Steven was dating,
Oh.
and obviously Victoria is like Steven's mom.
What did you say, Emily?
I mean,
Honestly.
dude, before Ellie and Jeremy were actually dating, when me and Carrie tried so hard to get them together. I'm gonna be completely honest with you. We absolutely tried everything to,
And now you realize it was a mistake.
but they wouldn't text each other. They were like really awkward towards each other. Jeremy would always tell me how they would have like silent car rides, and it would be really awkward, and it would feel really awkward, and I was like, and I just kept trying to tell them, I was like, dude, just act like she's one of the guys, and just be like, hey, do you want to hang out sometime? Just like talk to her about stuff. But also, Ellie is just one of those people that like doesn't add to the conversation, you know? So you have to build a massive conversation whenever you talk to her. Like you'll start a conversation and be like, hey, what's up? And she'll be like, nothing much. And then you'll be like, so what are you gonna do today? And she'll be like, I'm gonna go shopping. And you'll have to just kind of feed, like, you'll even just have to answer as if she's not, as if she has asked you as well, like, out of courtesy.
Oh, I hate doing that.
So
like,
you have to be like, oh, I'm going to the mall, or I'm going to do
college,
that. That's cool too.
When I meet people for college, I'm trying to talk to them. Like, some people do that. I'm just like, I'm trying to keep a conversation with you. I don't want to be alone when I first go to college, because, like, I did that going to the stupid, like, college visit, and I was, like, alone at lunch, except, like, a girl talked to me, and that's about it. Like, oh my god.
This guy's
like,
so lit. He's not getting me. He's not getting me. Sorry, Zach.
Oh my god. Like, I get, like,
Got him.
I don't know, I get nervous when I'm talking to new people, so, like, I kind of can understand that, but, like, if they try to strike up a conversation with me, I will try to keep the conversation going.
Yeah, that's just kind of like how I would feed things, you know? I would...
Oh, no! Yo. He just got dicked on by a fucking RC car.
So, but anyway, that's just sort of how it, like... I think they genuinely started dating because me and Carrie, like, started dating. You know? And, like, we would hang out, the four of us, all the time.
Yeah, you guys hung out so much. I was surprised, like, that you guys started dating before them. Because, like, you guys just hung out so much, I thought you guys would start at the same time, but, like...
No, we were just a little bit in front of them. I think it was actually absolutely perfect as well. When I asked Carrie out, I think it was absolutely perfect. Cause,
I
like,
never heard what you did. What'd you do?
It was that night after New Year's Eve. It was the same day as well, it was New Year's Eve, but, like, yeah, it was New Year's Day, and I brought Carrie home. Well, no, I brought Carrie home after she slept over at LA's house, and it was like kind of nighttime. I think it was like 9 o'clock, and we were sitting, and we were like, at that time we'd already kissed each other, and, like, so there wasn't really too much awkwardness in the interactions that we'd have. But I was laying there and we were, like, cuddling, and I was like, so I have to ask you, like, will you be my girlfriend? And she was like, yeah, of course. And I was like, that's nice, because now our date is 1/1/2018.
Oh, you wanna know what's really funny? So I never asked Olivia out. We kind of just started dating, and like it was kind of like an unspoken thing we had. Where like
Hostile
we're
UAV
dating.
incoming.
Yeah, we're dating. I guess. Yeah, because like we went on a date and like it was really awkward, and like because like first dates can be like really awkward sometimes, and like both of us are generally quiet people. So I ended up just like babbling on about like some stupid shit.
Outrider neutralized.
So like that was like our first date, and I guess like after that, like we just kind of like both just assumed that we were dating without like even asking each other, and it kind of just worked.
So wait, do you have
So
like an anniversary then? Did you like
yeah, we have
set
an
a date
anniversary.
yourselves?
Yeah, the date is the wait, I think it's like
Do you like celebrate the
shit.
anniversary or is it
Yeah, I
like
know
not?
we celebrate. It's in my
Oh
phone.
gosh.
It's like either August. It's either August 21st or September 21st. I can't remember the month. Here,
Oh
let me go into my
gosh.
phone right now.
Olivia better not be watching the stream.
Oh, it is September.
You said August 1st.
No, I said 21st.
Finished.
Wait, I just need to make sure now. No. No, we both like it work like we work a lot because we both have like genuinely dark senses of humor. Like whenever I'd say something like romantic to her, she'd be like, "That's fucking gay." I'd be like, "Yeah, you're right. Love you, love you too." Wait, do I not have the anniversary? It has to be here. It's somewhere
Get
here.
shit on! Let's
It's the
fucking
21st.
go!
Is it September 3rd? No, that's Labor Day. September 10th? No, that's Rosh Hashanah. Sure, I didn't put it on my phone. Shit, I don't know when it is. I think it's September 21st. I think it is. Cause like I know cause like we met originally at someone's graduation, Robin Seahold's graduation party. Not graduation party. Wait, was it a graduation? It might have been a birthday party. It was like at her house. I think you guys also.
It doesn't even know.
I don't know who. I don't know if it's graduation party or a birthday party. Okay, listen. But like we started talking, and like I knew she was like kind of in the DCI because she liked Ian Clark a little bit, like Alex Burns. So like she was in the DCI, and like we talked about it for like 5 minutes, and then I had to go, and I stalked her on Instagram a little bit because that's just what you do.
Yeah, that's what you do when you like a girl.
So like she
By
started
the way,
following all
Emily,
these DCI
don't leak that
pages.
to the girl code. By the way, don't leak that to girl code. Nothing.
Yeah. So
Know that we stalked them on Instagram before. Like that's what you do when you like a girl. Like you'll stalk them on Instagram.
CDP. All objectives secure.
yo, wait.
Great job.
Yo, it works two ways.
It worked two ways.
Wait a minute. Wait a minute.
You can hear it coming.
It's like, yeah, like, that's the first thing you do when you meet anybody.
Oh,
Wait, Rob,
gosh.
no, I called you Robbie. I'm so tired. So, Emily, wait. So, how did you and Robbie officially start? Because I know, like, the disasters of it, like,
It was
before.
on that. It was on the travel, right? You guys were like on the bus for some Montreal
was-
trip or something. Oh, Robbie's really awkward sometimes. Robbie's just like he's just an awkward character. Oh my gosh.
I love Robbie. Oh, wait, back out. I need to open I need to open my daily double.
No sudden movements.
Oh, I remember that. I remember that.
Wait a second, what? Oh wait, no. I remember. That's probably the most scariest moment of his entire life.
Oh, he probably shit himself.
He probably fucking shot himself on the way there. No, on the way to your house with Claire Marshak. Dude, I used to. Side note. Whenever I used to go to play football for them, I would always think everything through. I was like, somebody like huge is gonna fuck me, and I'm gonna break a bone. So that's I was like thinking about that the whole way to football.
John Bonham, though. John Bonham like would just multiply that fear because you see how jacked he is.
Yeah, it's just like,
oh my
it's
god,
just, I would be so scared. I'd be so scared thinking about how I was going to get dicked on, and now Robbie's got this really cute girl that, like, sorry Carrie, but I don't know if she's gonna watch this. She's probably not. But that he's got in front of him, and and he's the most awkward dude ever. So nothing against Robbie, but like he probably shot himself so hard on the way there.
Robbie Nervous is like me, like just like it's like me and him. Like I think I went to something with him where like we had to talk to people and like we both didn't talk to people. We kind of just both sat there, didn't talk to each other, just like yeah. he says he says hi. That's it. Wait, did he say anything else? Yo, she did my boy around me dirty. she, what is this team?
Dude, just us two. That's good. Dude, it's just Robbie probably thought his whole life through at that moment.
Oh my god.
Dude, what? Like, wouldn't you talk to her about... Like, I'm sorry, but before you go to Polar Cub and run fucking all these errands and watch Beauty and the Beast, wouldn't you have just thought, like, that the conversation would go first?
I love Robbie. Live long.
Search and destroy. Mechanized infantry. Tip of the speed.
He was like, yes. He was like so ready to hear you say no. Like he had like the. Oh wait, Paul, do you know the meme where it's like the stone, like the it's like I guess it's from like a Star Wars game, and the stone and like it's a stormtrooper says, "Wow, this is just like the simulations." And it's like
Oh,
I'm
yeah.
talking to a girl, and she just completely flat ignores me, and it's just the freaking picture of that line.
Oh my gosh,
I feel like Robbie was expecting that.
dude. I mean, I really don't understand that. That's kind of like a crazy.
Group and go again.
That's just crazy. How he did.
I love Robbie. I love
Yeah.
Robbie. That sounds too much like him.
Switching operation ready point. Neutralize the objective. Charges acquired.
uh,
he's like reading like your report card. He's like your dad reading your report card that you got a fucking F. You got an F in English.
Your essays. When your English teacher is
He's trying to break it down in his mind before he actually gives it all to you. Like
he's like, you did. He's like,
he's
you could have
thinking.
used that sentence there to
Oh
have me.
Jesus!
He's like, you could have had your sentence there to have me more grammatically
You would think
correct.
that like his the car ride there would have been like, oh, this is what I'm gonna say about this letter. Because I mean, how long was the letter? I mean, I guess that's kind of long, but
Lone Wolf. Fight for the win. Charges set.
Oh no, I do the same thing. No, I do the same thing. I'd honestly do the same thing. I'd read it and then be like, oh shit, and then I'd take it home, read it about 10 more times, and then read it another 10 more times. And then probably
first what I would do is I would save it until I get home. But I would like read it out loud so that I would understand exactly how you were saying it to me.
Oh.
So that like I didn't misunderstand anything.
Yo, he was probably so confused. He was like, does she like me? I can see. I'm not either.
Yeah.
I'm just like running in. I'm just running in.
You're the easiest opponent of all time.
Oh my god. Your story is so good. Like, Paul's is so romantic, mine doesn't exist, and yours is just so funny.
I was like, when I heard that, I was like, what is wrong with you?
I'm like, you're so, like, he can, like, act so cool around, like, other girls, but, like, when he's around you, he's just like, oh.
He's just like, dude, wait, can I get exactly straight? Do you remember how this interaction happened? Like,
Yes.
So, just start from the kiss. So he kisses you, then what happens? Dude, he was thinking about that the whole way, though. That's why he was
you know
like.
it.
That's
You
why
know
he
it.
was like against the wall.
Fuck, I need to go for it. Oh my, what?
Do you think he thought that one through too much? Like, you dropped him off at his house. What did he think was gonna be the reaction of you? Like, you're just gonna drive and be like, oh, okay, that's cool.
I think he was really hoping it'd go well.
Because that just creates an awkward, like, because if Emily were to go home after that, then it's kind of like, oh, like, the last thing that we did was kiss, and we're not, like, dating.
It's like Jim and Pam from The Office. Oh, I forgot you sat next to him for jazz band. Oh, I choked. Oh, you got kicked for inactivity.
Oh, shit. My headset was, like, dying. I don't know if I've ever had an awkward interaction with Carrie. I mean,
Never.
oh, I remember
No,
one
never.
time we went to Hansel and Gretel together. I remember one time it was me and you and Robbie, and like honestly, I felt like I was the entertainment of the dinner.
Paul, honestly, Paul, you fill that role so well because like you can just start like making us laugh and like I don't know, you just do a really good job of like.
I mean, I was just trying to make such a ridiculous like out there kind of like. Yeah, but I mean, you guys were still hanging out, so it's kind of like your like thing that you were doing with him, and it was like. I bet he didn't want me there either. I don't know what happened after that. I don't know if you like dropped me off at home or like what, but honestly, that really got me listening to like '90s rock music that day. I was just the playlist. He's like, dude, this is just a radio station, you loser.
Paul,
Leave me alone.
Being with you at a restaurant is honestly the most entertaining thing. Remember we were at the Wendy's and you talked to the fucking person working
Does that guy
there?
still work there?
No, he doesn't.
Dude, dude,
that was
like,
so funny though.
I mean, the idea behind the jokes was just that, like, was that I really don't understand when the companies make these like big ass surveys, they want to do all these analytics and stuff about like how good the fucking content was of your meal. And it's like, I don't go to Wendy's for a 5-star experience. I go to Wendy's for a good tasting meal that I know I'm gonna shit out in 3 hours, and I'm gonna feel really horrible about myself in about 20 minutes. So. Like, don't come at me with crap like, oh, was the dine-in service good? Did they ask you how your day was? Do you want to point out one of our staff members that was particularly good? It's like, no, I don't.
Yeah, you don't even get a raise from that. Like you like nothing happens if you get a good rating.
It's just like, it's all just fucking bullshit. So that was the reason why I was like making fun of it.
Yo, but
I just thought
you
it
were
was
going
ridiculous.
extra though. Like, you were going so ham with that guy. Emily, okay, yeah. Explain what happened to Emily, cause like she's.
Emily, you know
I
how
think,
like I'm not in the game anymore, by the way. I don't know if you guys are still
yeah,
in the game. Oh.
yeah, I think.
So basically, we were hanging out at Robbie's house. We were drinking or whatever, and we went to
No,
the
we
fucking
weren't drinking.
Wendy's.
I think this was after soccer, because it was me, you.
No, we had all of us besides Nick. So I think
I
we
don't
were
think we were
drinking. I think we were in his garage.
Yeah, I think we were just hanging out that day.
I don't know. We were doing
That was the
something
summer.
or whatever.
That was the summer of like getting lit, like getting like shit faced drunk, and then Jaxie fucking ruined it.
But anyway, I was like, should we go to Wendy's? Because of course Wendy's gotta be open at 10 o'clock at night. I think it was. So we go in and we dined in, and the guy that was working there, I wonder what he's doing with his life now. But
He's probably hating himself because you get shit on by working
I wonder
there.
if he still remembers me from like.
Oh, he easily does, dude.
Cause like he comes out first. He serves us our food, and I was like, I mean, already I'm just always in a happy mood to like deal with those type of people, cause like they're so miserable, and then like when they see a smiling face, it's like they can't help but to like give you a little giggle. It's like, okay, so I know you're in that ready mood, like I can joke around with you. So yeah, like he gives us our food, and then we're like sitting in the back of the restaurant. Or now we're sitting in the back. I think we're sitting like in the dead middle. We were like in the dead middle.
we were sitting like in like the front by the booths.
And then we're like, we have our food. We sit down. We're just talking or whatever. And the guy was like, he was like, if you want, you can fill out this survey, the survey that's on here. And it really helps me out. And I was like, you know what? Fine, right? You're gonna be out here, and you're gonna ask me that at 10 o'clock at night to give you a review on the survey. Fine, why not, right? So we went on. I did the code. I was like, let's do this survey real quick.
Oh my
And
God.
keep in mind, I was happy as fuck to be doing the survey because I was ready to read out whatever was on it.
You're reading everything out loud, and he's cleaning up the dining room like a few tables next to us.
In the back by the windows. So the first question's like, how do you think, how clean do you think this Wendy's is? And I was like, this Wendy's is so clean, I could eat my food off the floor. And I said it really loud. And the guy, he was working in the back, like wiping some tables in the back, and I saw him start to laugh, and I was like, okay, I can roll with this. And there was like how good the food was, who's the good staff members, and all that stuff. And I was like, it was really funny. I really enjoyed it.
Oh my God. Yeah, no. Working front isn't as bad because you're not getting yelled at a lot.
Yeah, I mean,
Like, you're not getting yelled at for time. But like, I don't know. It's not a fun place to work. Working front is significantly better though, especially late night, because like then you like at the end of the night you're not taking customers, you're just closing down the front, so you can take as long as you want, just as long as you're done before your shift ends. Because front closes at like 10, so we came in there like literally right before you probably locked the fucking doors.
yeah, I think it was like 9:30, 9:45. And he has to like whip.
So...
Dude, that was just really funny. I mean, the guy's like, he's like our age as well. So I like it when like people can be good sports to me. Like the guy at the Hansel and Gretel gave me the playlist name. He wasn't like a douchey like person about it. I enjoy that. Like, I I mean, the way I see it, right, is that you gotta have some fun when you do miserable things, right? Like, 'cause I'm gonna feel like shit when I'm eating your fucking Wendy's crap food in like 20 minutes. So like, might as well get as much high as I can off of some stupid shit. Like when I go to work as a dishwasher, dishwashing sucks. But we worked at Ashford the other day, and I was like, um, these girls were like fucking awful, but I didn't really give a shit. And I was like, um, it's this massive fucking wedding. And I was like, it was like 12 o'clock in the morning. We have all these glasses to put away, and I was like, you know what, guys? There's no place I'd rather be than right here with my 5 best friends, because there was 5 other dishwashers that were working with us, and they were all not saying anything at all. And I just wanted to like break the awkward silence. So I was like, you know what, guys? Get fucking pumped. Let's go. Let's do these fucking glasses. And Ryan, who works with me, he's a Nishanic dishwasher, he was all laughing about it. I was like, I mean, we work weddings for 14 hours a day. If I'm gonna work weddings for 14 hours a day and I'm gonna get yelled at for stupid shit and told to do all this crap, I'm gonna have fun while I'm doing it. So I did.
Yeah, honestly, like you like when you're in like you're in that mood, like you like completely changed like the like tone of the conversation, like in like in a really good way, because you make it from like us like being like okay, like just chilling, and like you're like it's just so funny. Like I don't know if you know how funny you are, but you're hilarious.
Dude, I just think like sometimes things are just so ridiculous, and you just have to like laugh about stuff before you like take it too seriously. Like me and Ryan used to always talk about people that we hated whenever we played Rocket League, and we used to be like, yeah, Cole Piccini looks like he looks like a fucking picket fence. And,
like your insults, like your like insults are so weird. I don't get them. Like you look like a fucking mini. I don't understand. That's like one of my favorite. That's like one of my favorite.
Like, I mean, I kind some. He does, right? Like Cole looks like a picket fence. Liam looks like a poorly sharpened pencil. Richard's just kind of weird. I don't understand Richard and Liam. They're kind of just
funny.
But like
Richard's
the
a chill
the relationship between Richard and Liam is beyond me.
It goes far back, and I think that's the reason for it.
Richard, dude, I have no idea. Liam is like, dude, I think I understand Liam and Robbie's, and actually, Liam and Robbie's, not Liam and Richard's. I think I understand their relationship, because Robbie's so fucking awkward, but Liam has no filter at all, so he'll just say whatever the fuck he pleases, and he'll be cringy as fuck, but it doesn't matter, because Robbie will just laugh at it, because it's just Robbie. So, Liam will be cringy, and say something, and then Robbie will laugh, and then that's just kind of like Robbie's being affirmative to Liam, and Liam is being like, oh, okay, like, he likes it. I think that I understand that's how they are such good friends, because obviously Robbie doesn't provide conversation. Maybe he does, but...
Oh my gosh, every time in KYR.
Liam is a fucking KYR. Liam is a fuck. Liam's like, guys, he always turns around, he goes, and then whenever he talks, it's like, oh, that's fine, Liam, that's fine. We're in a joking mood today, so Liam can talk. But if
Oh,
Liam's not in
yeah.
a joking mood, then everybody else has to shut the fuck up. Because
We
Liam's
always-
not
me
in a
and Nate
joking
Me
mood.
and Nate would always call him out on that. We'd always call him out on that. We'd be like, Liam, we were talking like 5 minutes ago. We wouldn't say that to him, but like, he was.
Yeah, honestly, he was such a fucking hypocrite whenever he did that shit. It's like, shut up.
Because he was trying to kiss up to Miss G
And
because he
Graham,
wanted that
too.
scholarship. Oh my, Graham. I don't
Graham would
know,
also
like,
do it.
he's so
Graham would also
loud.
be like, shh, and then he'd be loud as fuck.
When you talk about no filter, he has no filter, but he's angry. He gets angry and has no filter.
He kind of looks like Hermit the Frog. You gotta look at it. You gotta look at it. Think of Hermit the Frog and then put Graham's face over Hermit the Frog. Oh, that's how you get shit on, dude. I just fucked that guy. Oh, I'm fucking you from behind right now. Oh, fuck. He's behind you. Oh. There. Am I just the best at Call of Duty, or am I just the best?
I got it.
Oh my gosh. Are you serious?
Oh.
Did we really just lose that round?
Yeah, I think we did.
Alright, whatever. I don't know. Rich is like kind of weird. Kind of doesn't give me good vibes sometimes. Like, but at least he's chill. He's chill about stuff. Like, Graham always called me out on fucking being in choir. I'd be like, dude, I'm only in choir because Ryan's in choir, so I can fuck around with Ryan and have a class with Ryan. Literally
Paul,
only in choir to do that.
Could you imagine being bad at a game and that's very competitive and playing with Graham?
I know. We played CS:GO with him.
Oh my god, yeah.
Dude, I just think it would always be like awkward playing CS:GO with him because he'd be like, guys, I don't know what you're doing right now, and he'd be like yelling in the chat, and I'd be like, dude, like, it's a video game, you know? I understand if it's like, money, but it's not money. So like, why are you getting angry? Calm down, Hermit. Everyone needs to show Graham who the fuck Miss Piggy is.
Oh no, dude. Where's this clown? Okay, I'm not gonna worry about him.
What really kind of bothered me as well, I don't know, I mean, Miss G, I don't know if this was sort of like a mistake, but like, when Miss G kind of told us about Sam and how much You Will Be Found would help Sam, I was like, I mean, that's kind of not something you'd want to say. I'd say, because I mean, obviously Sam has had some stuff happen to her. Obviously, she's not the same Sam as she was in 6th grade, but
No, but like she always asked permission to do that before talking about people.
that, I mean, even that, I'd say like, if somebody did say that to me, I wouldn't even ask permission to say that to the choir. I'd just be like, that's just between you, you know. I just like, because otherwise it's like, if you're gonna say that to the choir, otherwise and you don't, like, I don't want to be horrible about it, but like, if you say that and you're like, oh, Miss G's gonna say it to the choir, I don't know if Sam wanted that to happen or not, but either way, now it kind of looks to me that like she wanted us to feel bad for her over that, you know? There's that slight doubt in me that's kind of like, oh, Sam might have asked her to tell the choir that she's really supportive and all this because it really has affected her. I just really just it's off-putting when it
I
comes to
wasn't
that.
there for that speech. When was that?
It was like she said like, oh this song is really gonna be. This song's really
Like, I
gonna be
knew.
like helpful to Sam. I just thought that like it's like, cause I mean I know Sam. I've seen how she's grown. She never shaved her legs. She wore weird stuff. She wore a whole bunch of makeup, wigs, the rest of it. So obviously there's something that's happened. There Sam Beach. And I just thought that like, I don't know. I mean, like, because obviously when you're depressed, you reach out for like, you reach out for attention as much as you can. But I just thought that like saying
Yeah.
that to all of us kind of, I mean, it's kind of like allowing us to judge her, but at the same time kind of asking for attention. Nothing against Sam, no, nothing against Sam. I don't think if I was the choir director, I definitely would not have told the choir about that.
No, I think she told us that because we weren't liking the song. Like, she needed a reason for us to like the song.
I mean, no, but Sam had been out and as well. But that's not like, but that's not even like. I mean, I don't think that would even come close to a good excuse to say that to the choir. Even if Sam has said like, yeah, that's fine if you tell the choir, I just think like it's kind of out there, isn't it? Like,
I don't know. I could see it kind of, but like, yeah.
me personally, if I was going through something like that, I'd be like, no, I would rather the choir not know that I was going through that, because I don't really like the judgment that would come with that. I feel like I'd be heavily judged over that, and I feel like that's probably what happened to Sam because of that. I feel like it only puts her into more of that void of like, oh, she's this weird person that's kind of not too socialistic with all the people that are in our choir. So she kind of sets herself further from everybody, you know? It's not like, it's not a good way to keep yourself in the mix. I'm really fucking tired. I'm ready for my cheesesteak too.
Oh my, you're still gonna make that cheesesteak.
I am.
Search and destroy.
Dude.
Engineer on site. Heading out to clean.
I have to wake up. I have that tomorrow. I mean, when I was talking about how I have 11. I have like 7 to 11 days. Tomorrow's one of those days. 7 a.m. to 11 p.m. Like, I'm doing stuff. I have to wake
Wait.
up at 7. So I go to summer music, and I have to wake up at 7 for that. And so like that doesn't start till
Yeah, why didn't you sleep earlier?
because I'm a teacher. I don't know. I need to talk. I also like. I haven't had a chance to like talk with anybody for like such a long time. I've been busy with work and like today was like my one big day off. You know, like I was busy 6 days this week. Either summer music and like or like work or both. I've been so busy.
Switching operation ready point. Clear the objective.
Yeah, I'd say at least 4. You're gonna need to give yourself that bit of time.
Yeah, I can't even see Olivia then, which I really don't like. I really want to see her.
Clean kill.
The bomb has been planted.
Honestly, like I feel like this last week is gonna be so tough, Emily. Like I feel like this last week is gonna be so tough.
Spectral down.
Like this past week was like okay, but like, yeah, I know. I feel like the last 5 days are gonna be so bad though. I know they are for me because like I'm not like because like now I'm working evenings so I could go to summer music again. And like it's not like I can't. I'm not saying like I can go. I'm saying I'm a teacher, so I kind of have to be there.
Hostile HCXD in your AO.
It does, but also I can't sleep as much. Like I'm gonna go to summer music, probably take a nap, and go to work. And, like, so like my mom's gonna get mad at me. Like my mom came downstairs because like my room's dirty and everything like that because I just haven't been cleaning it. I've been like busy as hell with work stuff recently. Then like she like just came in and she was so fucking pissed at me. Like I thought she was gonna beat me when I go down. Holy shit. She was so mad. She just came in now. Like that's why I unplugged my mic. Like just now. Yeah. Like she's I'm busy, she's busy. Like I'm busy and I can't help out around the house like as often as I want, like as often as I could, just because I'm been so tired. It's not even like no amount of sleep is like gonna help me fix this tiredness. Like I'm gonna go to summer music. Doesn't matter what time I go to bed. I'm gonna wake up feeling like crap. I'm gonna go home from summer music, be tired, and then I have to go to work. Like nothing is going to change the fact that's gonna happen.
Switching operation ready point.
Yeah, I don't get paid, but like since like Jeremy doesn't want to. Jeremy like has work a lot. Like, I don't even. But like he's also getting high, so like he doesn't get up till like late in the day, anyways. So like he's not gonna go.
Be advised.
Will doesn't go.
HCXD spotted.
Tim doesn't go because he doesn't really want to. Will actually has work,
AO.
like stuff to do. Like Will's actually like doing like having a productive summer.
We're probably gonna buy a second car.
Oh, he was talking about or a motorcycle.
Oh yeah, I think a motorcycle.
Hostile UAV spotted. Multiple hostile UAV spotted.
The thing was about.
I'm gonna ask. Yeah, I'm gonna say like my grandma's in like the hospital. Like
The thing is about like Will and Jeremy is that when I said to Jeremy, well, when we fought on the Saturday about the whole shebang, we said that we're not gonna talk to each other anymore, and I asked Will after that, you know, Zach, that night that I said me and Ryan were talking about going to soccer centers.
yeah.
Defend the
I asked Will that night, and I think Will didn't really know what to think about me. Again, that's like one of those kind of voids in friendships, because like Will hadn't talked to me at all about anything, and he wasn't really saying anything. Our streak ended on Snap, and he didn't really like say anything either. So I was just kind of like, I wasn't sure, but I asked him, and he was like, okay. So that was just like, it was kind of weird.
bomb.
Because Will and Jeremy are like, when they're together, I'm sure he had there's some judgment against me, but I don't know. I mean, like,
Mission failed. This isn't what we trained for.
Take it to him next time.
I don't know. Will gets really judgy all the time,
These upgrades.
Yeah, that's
and he's very blunt whenever he's judgy because he always thinks he's completely right, and he's very ignorant after that.
yeah. I know. I feel like we're kind of like I feel like I hate to say it, but like I feel like the gamer girls are, like starting to split apart, and like it's like
I mean, we
because you
definitely
have
are
like
like. We couldn't take a picture with everybody together at fucking graduation without some sort of awkwardness. Like, Nick and
That's
Jeremy
true.
were being awkward. I was being awkward with Jeremy, and the whole thing was just like Will was being awkward with me, and like it was all like it just kind of put past me, you know.
Yeah, but when I was talking to Jeremy about like what happened between you two, like he thought it was like because like you know how you guys like broke up before, and like that was because like I don't know something. I don't know exactly what happened because Jeremy didn't give like specific details, but like he just said like over a girl. He like said like he described it like the same way he did
He
last time
describes
this
it
time,
when it's
but like
over a girl, but it's kind of like being ignorant when you say that. Like when you say that
it's
it
like
was over a girl, I mean, the main portion was Jeremy basically asked my girlfriend while we were dating for nudes, and it pissed me off, and I didn't really know how to handle it, and we never
oh wait
really actually
that's what
talked about it.
happens.
Yes, he asked my girlfriend who lives in New York, who I don't really give a shit about anymore anyway.
Oh I thought you asked Carrie. Oh
Um,
okay, never mind. Keep on going.
he asked her for nudes, and I just maybe it's kind of stupid of me to bring it up again, but I just didn't ever feel like he actually felt bad about what he did, you know? I don't think, like, because when he did it as well, when I tried to talk to him about it, he tried to tell me, like, oh, I was weak, and, oh, she didn't even like me anyway, and I was like, I mean, you might say that it was over a girl, but it was really how Jeremy acted in the way of a girl.
Yeah.
It wasn't like, oh, Jeremy stole a girl from me. That's why. It was because Jeremy asked a current girlfriend for nudes. He couldn't keep it in his pants. And obviously Jeremy's a very attractive guy, so there's
Yeah.
no shot she's gonna be like, oh no.
That's a little fucked. But like, yeah, but like,
So
I knew like it was over like a girl, like something like that, like probably
and
happens.
yeah,
Like the
I
first
just hate
time
when he
around.
says it's over a girl, because it's not over a girl. It's not over a girl. I
Like
could
this
care
time,
less about Victoria now. I really could care less if she was dead on the street tomorrow. Maybe that's a little harsh, but if she's dead on the street tomorrow, I probably wouldn't bat an eye. No, neither would you, but he might. You know.
no, but like the fact that like he described like the thing with Carrie, like just over a girl, like I don't like that. I don't.
The thing with Carrie is just that, like, I mean, there was always times where I'd ask Carrie, like, oh, what are you doing? And then all of a sudden I was like, or maybe it wouldn't be like ask Carrie what she was doing. It would be like we'd be talking about stuff, and then Carrie would be like, oh yeah, by the way, oh yeah, me and Jeremy talked about that when we were hanging out at Subway the other day, and I was like, oh, you didn't even like tell me that you went to Subway, let alone went to Subway with Jeremy. Like,
Yeah.
I didn't even know that was happening. Carrie and Jeremy were like hanging out like that, and I was just like, but I just feel like every time I'd be with a girl, because it would be like Victoria. I thought he was very intrusive with, and then I thought like with Victoria's acts, I thought he was very intrusive, and then with Victoria from New York, the girl that he asked for nudes, I think that's very the way he went about it was very ignorant, and it was very like um was very cocky to himself about it. Cause I really don't understand actually. Cause he like when he got them, he showed them to me, and he kind of bragged it in my face, and I was like, I didn't have to find out. He kind of bragged it to my face,
What the fuck?
and
What the fuck? That's
was like,
fucked up.
look,
That's
like
honestly.
I got her nudes, like, and so I mean, I just didn't really know how to process that, you know, like, so that felt really intrusive. he did that. He did Victoria's ex. He did it was another. He did the girl that I went to prom with. Not Carrie, but the last year. He like talked to her a lot, and then he also had her nudes as well. He got her nudes as well,
He
and
has, like, everybody's nudes. I'm so bothered by that. I don't know.
think about it. He has all of my ex's nudes.
Oh wait, that's a little awkward.
And you know, like, when I would think about like him, you know, because there was a time, right, when I would think about him and Victoria from New York, I never even knew that they were even speaking until Jeremy showed me her nudes on his phone, and at the time we were still dating.
Defend the objective.
I had no idea. I had no clue that they had even spoken a word to each other. And apparently they were talking about nudes together. So that's a happy thought. But what really ate me up inside was like, Jeremy was talking to her for that long and got nudes. I wonder what else he talked to her about. And there's that void where I just don't even know. There was a portion of time where he could be talking to her about literally anything, and I could do nothing about it because it's just the way it is. And then after that, he kind of shut me down, and then she stopped talking to me, and then he was still talking to her, and I just kind of had to deal with that. Like, my ex that I just recently broke up with is talking to my best friend, and they could be at any given moment sending each other nudes.
Yeah, I can see why.
And
like,
I just
you
had to
wouldn't
deal
wanna
with
talk
that.
to him. I can see like when you wouldn't want to talk to him.
I just
But,
feel like it's kind of hard because Jeremy's such like we all have to kind of admit Jeremy's such like a lovely kid, you know. Like when Jeremy comes around, like the mood kind of sets itself, you know. It's kind of like, oh, if Jeremy's gonna do it, everybody's gonna do it, right? Like, Jeremy wants to go bowling, let's go bowling. If Jeremy doesn't want to go bowling, then it kind of doesn't really happen, does it?
Oh, that pisses me off.
Because that's like the thing that Jeremy like does. So it's kind of like when Jeremy will tell you things. Yeah, I am not saying like Jeremy can't argue his point, but like it's kind of hard to argue against that, you know. It's kind of hard to argue against the center. Because you'll always look like the bad guy against him. He looks forever like the protagonist.
Whenever I try to call him out and stuff, like when I'm like, hey man, like just like why are you doing this? Or like, can you stop doing this? Or like this kind of hurts. Could you stop doing this? He just wouldn't respond. I'm like, okay.
I don't know. It's just yeah, it kind of like ate me up inside a bit because I really didn't understand how I could get past it.
Yeah, but like I don't like how like I didn't know Jeremy was like that like scummy. Like I didn't know he'd go that like to that.
Yeah, I mean, the thing with her about was he had her nudes, and when I was breaking up with her, she was like crying on his shoulder, basically, over text. Which I thought was like, that's not really who you are to her, like, cause like, I always had second guesses when I was letting her know about Jeremy and like, and whether or not I should like say it. But that was even before the whole nude thing had happened. I had second guesses on whether or not I should tell her about Jeremy and like show him her and let them talk and stuff.
Yeah.
And then every time I would like tell people about it, like people would be like I wouldn't tell people everything obviously, but I would tell people that, oh, he's my friend and he asked my girlfriend for nudes, and uh they would always say like, I don't understand how you're friends with them, and it's kind of like the thoughts, like the thoughts like always circulated in my mind, and one of the times was that like there was this one while I was working at the diner, right? There was this really nice girl that worked with me
Oh, I remember you
named
talking
Jules.
about her. Yeah, I remember you talking about like you were like, oh yeah, like she shared like a sandwich with me or something.
We would always have dinner together because we'd have the same shifts. I'd drive her to work, I'd drive her home. Um, the job was shitty and we shared that together. But Carrie was hanging out with him a lot, and hanging out with him and Ellie and her and him a lot, and she like Jeremy never knew anything. He doesn't have her Snapchat. I mean, as far as I know, he doesn't have her Snapchat. He doesn't have her text message. So like for a little while, I was kind of talking to her because like there was no there's no like to me there was no way that Jeremy could be even remotely connected to that. So like
Yeah.
it was that was a really nice feeling to me. And she I often talk to her about things like Jeremy, and she would be like, "Oh, that's really fucked up." Like, and like while I worked there, all my coworkers were saying to me like, "I don't understand how you could have a friend like that," and like.
Yeah, I honestly could see why like, because like I've
Like
only heard
I
like
mean
his side of the story.
I'm saying like he loves to make it like this small little itty bitty problem that's like it's like, oh, it was only just over a girl. It wasn't over just one girl. It was over a few of girls that happened to be my exes. All of those girls, you have their nudes. And one of those girls, you attained their nudes while I was dating that girl. So when you say it's just about girls, it's like it's kind of demeaning to the whole point of doing that. If Jeremy was going after my exes, I wouldn't really give a shit. You know, if I was just like, oh, I'm gonna break up with this girl now. Jeremy,
That's different territory. Like,
have at it.
that's different
Fine, I don't
territory.
really
Yeah.
give a shit. You know, if they're happy, fine. But like,
Search and destroy.
um, it gets kind of intrusive when it's like, because it was just so close, you know. It was so close with Victoria's ex. It was like I think it was like 2 weeks after we'd broken up, and he was talking to her like that, and she was talking to him like that back, and I was like, oh, that's kind of shitty, you know, because she didn't really talk to me like that, and then but the other girls, it felt off the whole way through. It's just off.
Yeah.
It's
What? Yeah. No. Like I never knew Jeremy like would have
like
that side.
Jeremy's a really nice kid, you know, and I don't know if he really even realized what he was doing when he asked her for like those nudes, but like I just couldn't get over it, you know, the way he dealt with me about asking him about doing what he did. He kind of just put me down, and he kind of said like, "Oh, you're so weak, and she doesn't like you," and it just really made me like question like does he care about me? Does he think of me as his friend? Does he just think of me as like this down putter? And also at the same time, he doesn't want to show me to his other friends that are good at music and stuff, and they're really smart friends, because um he kind of putting me in the past or whatever. He's kind of putting me like in another like a corner to that, and at the same time he's calling me dumb and weak and he's saying that my current girlfriend didn't like me. So I mean, that was the part that I couldn't get past.
Yeah, I see that. And like honestly, like the whole like Carrie thing. I don't know. That's
The
still
whole
kind of
Carrie thing, I just thought like I couldn't get past it, cause I was like, Carrie, I really like I swear to God, on my life, on my mother's life, on everything that I've ever known, I love Carrie more than I've ever loved anybody,
Yeah.
any other girl ever, cause she's just the most amazing person ever. I couldn't imagine a better relationship, but when he would like hang out with her a lot, it kind of just made me feel like, oh, it might be happening again, you know, like maybe he's like trying to do this again.
But
And
I thought it was because like the way like he was talking to her.
I mean, I don't know if he ever called her like cute or something, but I told her before we even started dating. I was like basically like, oh,
Yeah, I thought it was because of that.
well, I mean, it's a lot. It's a lot of stuff. I might seem like laughable in the group context, but you know, I mean, I don't know if that makes me kind of seem stupid afterwards, but I think this stuff through. I think this
Wait, Emily, what'd you say?
Cyborg tenant.
What? Thomas?
Good job, CDP.
Probably
Do it again
forgot.
and let's go home.
Oh no, it's 20. It
Like-
might be like 20 their time.
I just
Switching sides.
and when
Eliminate the objective.
Good old Robbie.
We got the bomb.
Threat neutralized.
Rolling thunder deployed.
I think I'm gonna go to bed.
I'm gonna make myself a Philly cheesesteak. Good talk, guys.
Good talk.
And I mean, the last part that kind of put me off as well is that, I mean, you guys probably made your own opinions about what happened after it happened, because what I'm hearing is that Jeremy didn't really tell everything about it, and yet he also talked a lot about it.
Like I knew you guys fought, and like he doesn't, because like the only time I've been able to talk to him about this stuff, because recently he just got this dab pen, so like I've been talking to him, but he's been high most of the time, so it's usually just like a little blurb, and then like he's off, like I don't know.
It's just I wouldn't just end things. I wouldn't just like say no, just to do it, you know. And then when I would do it, I feel so alone sometimes, just because like nobody ever asks me about how things happened, you know.
Yeah. Like,
Nobody
why,
ever went to me.
Yeah, that's why like I really wanted to ask you, but I just didn't know how. And like now I'm kind of glad that I asked you, because like it's nice to know the full story, like from like it's nice to know the story from both sides.
Yeah,
so it's actually,
basically we were playing soccer one night, and we were just talking. It was just me and him. We were hanging out, and he was like, by the way, I got her nudes, and I was just like, I was just like, what? And then we went to McDonald's afterwards, dinner, because I'd put it past me, because I thought it was a joke. I thought it was a joke at first, and then in the parking lot, I was like, oh my god, you actually did this. Like, he actually showed me a picture, and I was like, wow.
yeah.
And I mean, I didn't even look at the picture too much. I just looked at like the picture looked pink to me, so I was like, that's probably whatever. But it just looked like a pink screen to me because he only showed it to me for like a second, and I was like, okay, this still might not be real. This might be a prank. This might be a prank. This might be a prank. So next morning, I text her and I'm like, so did you do this? Did this happen? And she was like, I'm so sorry. And I was like, holy shit, like, he just did that. Like, this happened. And obviously, I mean, I had no frame of time. I had no frame of time behind that, because it's like, she's a scummy person anyway. But I had no frame of time behind how long they had been talking, because I didn't know that they were even talking before that. So like, they were talking about it. They were talking or whatever, and she showed me one picture, but in my mind, right, there could be hundreds of pictures. Obviously, it's probably not hundreds of pictures, but there could be explicit text messages, videos, FaceTime calls that would do whatever. There could be other photos and other stuff like that. And it just kind of, like, I don't know, kind of grew at me. Kind of bit my tongue a little bit.
Yeah.
And everybody still kind of assumes that Jeremy's like the protagonist in the relationship. Like, so I say, like, when we asked to go to bowling, Jeremy wants to go, everybody goes. Jeremy doesn't want to go, bowling kind of fizzles out the conversation.
Yeah, remember? It was like, who went? Emily, you went, right? So it was like,
It's the Jeremy effect.
when we went bowling that one time, we went to Sonic. Were you there? Yeah, it was like me, you, Paul, Nick, Olivia.
I did. Because I'm
That
a
was
loser,
Paul.
dude. It's funny as hell. Of course I lose my keys. It was under a ketchup packet. I still have my doubts. I still have my doubts today. Yeah.
No
Yeah, I was like, there's no way that we walked around and underneath a fucking ketchup packet it comes out. Like,
that was too good.
I felt like it all just kind of like, it was just like people fucking with me, and it was just like the time to go. Because it seemed like it would be like the time that he would like come out with a joke. So I don't know.
Yeah, that was actually pretty funny.
Honestly. Only me. Only I lose my fucking keys at
Yeah,
Sonic,
like
right?
you guys showed up like you guys like right behind me going in. I didn't even know that was you until you pulled up like in front of me, like when I went to go park. Like you guys like in this like in the row like in front. I'm like, wait a minute, is that their car? Then I see you guys get out. I'm like really confused because I'm like, wait, I thought Paul couldn't find his keys.
Yeah.
Oh my god, that was funny. Oh my god. Yeah, but like I don't know when
Yeah, I just feel like everybody thinks that Jeremy's the protagonist in this relationship.
yeah, at first I'm not trying to be mean, but I thought you were being like a little like I'm like really like that's the reason. And like now that I'm hearing this, I'm like, oh,
Because
so like
no, yeah, like he tries to say that it's
yeah,
about a girl, but it's not about a girl. It's about girls, and it's about some pretty developed shit about girls. It's not like, oh, you Snapchat my girl, and now I'm jealous. It's
that's
like,
what I thought it was at first. I'm like, oh,
I've
that's
been
kind of petty.
cheated on, and you've been intrusive, and you've been less than perfect.
Yeah,
And he hasn't really kind of admitted that to himself, I don't think. And I really don't think he has today either. I really don't. But I think it would be better if we got back together as friends, because then at least it would be.
hell yeah.
us would be together again, and the awkwardness would fizzle out a bit. Maybe, I don't know.
Okay, I'm actually going to bed now.
Yeah,
I
now
need
I'm
to
gonna
go to
make
bed.
myself a Philly cheesesteak. Good night, guys. Good talk. Cheesesteaks. 2 of them. The rolls aren't big enough for one.